Hello guys, welcome back to the channel, the Manga Man here, and today we're talking about Black Clover Chapter 290. As One Piece isn't out this week, this I guess takes priority, unfortunately. Solo leveling is delayed, just because when it was coming out, the fasting season has started and it's just difficult to do midweek because of setup and everything else. That being said, today we're talking about chapter 290. Without further ado, let's get into this review. So, the chapter. The chapter in essence was relatively straightforward and does a good job of concluding this fight. The reason why I say it does a good job is it throws sprinkles of what potentially Asta can do. Now, you're probably thinking, well, we've had that the whole time, why is that important? That's important because when we see the beginning of the series and we see what he's capable of, you can't help but imagine what the end game is going to be. So you kind of overcome his weaknesses, you overlook them, and you think, okay, down the line he's going to get a lot stronger, we'll see that, well, let's see how he develops, let's see how his rivals develop, let's see how his enemies develop. With all that being said, when you've got to this section of the story, being that they dealt with the initial big bad and now this is the next big bad, the fact that we are establishing specific limitations that this character has with his newfound abilities ultimately means we've still got time and story to go where he will develop them, hopefully without too much of a time skip. So that's why this is done well. So to kind of run through the chapter without going overly crazy to details, there's a few things that I've picked up, so we'll go through them. Ultimately, the battle is still ongoing, so the slash that was supposed to do damage and everything else hasn't sealed the deal just yet. Which then kind of starts this fight between combined Lilith Namaah and Asta, and we start to see the point of view of basically Lilith Namaah combination, Lamar I'll call it, and you also get to see the perspective of Ravenprodesign or Leibe. And ultimately there's kind of that communication because it's kind of the lowest versus the highest, which is what the chapter's title is, and it's one of those things where this is a combination between the lowest demon who couldn't fight anyone on the first level and the person who had no magic fighting one of the highest or the highest strongest demon of level 1. And then you've got Lamar, who's basically now feeling fear. And obviously then we get this whole discussion about time limits, where there's two minutes left and Asta's beginning to start putting in the work, trying to get hold of his opponent, and this is where we see another weakness, which is speed. The raw athleticness, the raw skills and stats of these beings are way beyond human capability, specifically in speed, mana capability, mana sensing, destruct. There's a lot to it. But when you think about it from the point of view of room for growth, now this shows us that yes, there was this thing that Asta's done to hold him in place temporarily. Can he do that on everybody? Will he always have that element of surprise? I don't know. But his maneuverability has improved, but still it's lacking compared to somebody like the first highest level demon. How is that going to compare to level 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7? So that being said, there is that room for improvement, which means the story still got loads of space to explore these developments down the line. And now with the time limit, again, that's another thing that they can improve on. It takes a bit of help from Nacht to essentially seal the deal, and we get the demon sword, anti-magic sword attack with the demon dweller he was using, and that pretty much finishes it. But I like the fact that it's been dealt with, she's out of the way, wicked, brilliant, we can move on to Dante and everybody else before the second gate opens, and we've still established that he still needs 5 minutes. His time's nearly up, which means he's going to need to recover. I did mention this last week, but when I was looking at the panel in the official translation, it shows Zerks there as well. When I say Zerks, I mean Zora. Behind Magnus Ring, so he's also there, which I'm hoping they get to use his trap magic in the fight against evil very soon. But the fact that they've dealt with it, his time's up, he's still got limitations in speed, he's got limitations in time, and they've finally dealt with this, and there's Dante to deal with. I'm hoping we'll get to see some of that wrapped up, and potentially some of what Jack the Ripper's been up to while Nacht and Asta have been dealing with Lilith and Namaah. But that's pretty much the chapter. Let me know in your thoughts in the comment section below. As always, all links will be in the description, including links to my subreddit, and I will see you next time. Peace.